Welcome to the show. I'm Ron Gomez.
And we're wearing the same shirt today.
It's true. That happens sometimes.
All the time.
All right. So we are going through the Kaladesh cards.
We call each other.
Pre-release is coming up, and we want you to be prepared. So we're looking at the uncommon gold cards, right? So these are sharing colors, and even if you don't open these necessarily in your sealed pool or draft them, they can still help you kind of understand what these colors are about, and when you're building your deck, it'll kind of give you a direction to go in. It's really useful stuff to know.
Totally. The uncommons in each color pair do a good job of representing what each color pair wants to do in Kaladesh. So what we're going to bring you is how to kind of build on top of those themes with some of the commons that we think are going to be underrated.
Exactly. So let's start off today with Restoration Gearsmith.
A big old Gravedigger. It's a 3/3 instead of the normal 2/2, which is awesome.
Sure. You get a little bit extra meat on your bones there, and this was going to help fetch an artifact card out of your graveyard. That's really great news because this set is full of artifacts.
Every color, every card, there's just an underlying artifact theme within the whole set. So artifacts are going to be really important to prioritize the whole time you're playing.
Some good ones that you could focus on picking up would be the puzzle knots. There's one for every color. They all do something useful when they show up. They do something useful when you sacrifice them. And then if you play your Gearsmith, you can get it back and start that cycle again, effectively getting 4 uses out of one puzzle knot. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, this card is going to work a lot like Refurbish, only you're going to get the body instead of the card back. So it's kind of the same thing, kind of different, depends on what you're aiming to do with your artifact.
Yep, and another great one to look for is Filigree Familiar. That's another really good, valuable card that's going to do some stuff when it shows up, when it leaves, when it comes back, you get to start it all over again. So you're really buying into that whole kind of life and death cycle of your artifacts if you're running Restoration Gearsmith or the black and white color combination.
Totally. Now let's move on to red-green because this card is bonkers. This card was really pushed. We've got Voltaic Brawler.
I like this one a lot.
This card's insane.
Red-green beats looks great. Yeah.
It's so good.
All right, so some obvious synergies here would be the thriving creatures. We've got Thriving Rhino in green, Thriving Grubs in red. They're both going to generate energy, and you don't necessarily have to use it on the creatures that made it. You can bank some of that up, spend it on something bigger or better later. Voltaic Brawler would be a great choice to fire off some of that energy, make him hit hard.
Yeah, your red-green decks are going to be relying a lot on energy. This is a synergy set, so you're going to want to kind of strike that balance between your synergy cards and the cards that kind of take advantage of those synergies. So you are going to want to you're going to want a lot of cards that generate energy. You're going to want a lot of cards to sink that energy into, or else you're just going to lose the game with a bunch of energy.
Exactly. Like Harnessed Lightning is another good one that you could pick up here. It fits into this deck beautifully because it makes energy by itself, or if you have some extra laying around, you can funnel it into this spell to do some extra damage there. So very versatile.
Totally. And you can get extra energy from, like you mentioned before, the Thriving Cycle, or you can get it from Sage of Shalia's Claim, which is kind of a cheap way to get energy and get a body on the board to potentially crew any, random vehicles you've got around, and yeah, it's a good card.
I like it. I think red-green's really well positioned, actually, because those colors also have great ways to destroy artifacts, and since this set is all about them, these guys are going to have some extra tools there.
It seems excellent, and Voltaic Brawler, how do you pass that card? It's ridiculous. A 4-power attacker for 2 mana. That's not okay.
Strong. All right, let's take a look at one more. We got Whirler Virtuoso.
So red, blue, and red-green are kind of going to overlap on the whole energy theme. Both color combinations want energy a lot because they're both base red. So the Thriving Cycle still going to be good here.
Yep, you got Thriving Turtle coming in for blue.
Woo!
This card also is going to pair really well with Chief of the Foundry. It's going to make those Thopters bigger so you can hit harder in the air. So that's a good pickup as well.
Yeah, giving those flying attackers an extra bit of power is going to make a huge difference. 2 is so much more than 1 in this case.
Yep, another great card to watch out for if you're in blue and red colors already. Try and grab Aether Theorist if you see him going around the table. He's got a nice defensive stats here. He can kind of stall and buy you some time. He can also scry and dig through your deck to find you the cards that you need before you move to the offensive, maybe with your flying Thopters.
So let's go through a hypothetical draft. On the first go around with the packs, you're going to want to get your energy sinks because the cards that kind of give you energy are not very exciting on their face if you don't have those sinks. So on the second lap around, you should be looking for cards like High Tide Hermit. It's a kind of mediocre body on its face, but the 3 energy it gives is going to push it way over the top in terms of card power.
Yeah, so there's lots of great synergies built in. All the different colors are doing something cool and unique. I don't think you can really go wrong with any 2-color pair that we've seen yet. They've all offered something.
They're all really great. Today's are like ridiculous. I can't even. It's so good.
And we have more coming tomorrow.
Yeah. Voltaic Brawler and Whirler Virtuoso are both just really amazing cards, and I can't ever see passing them because even though they're multicolor cards, they're unbelievably strong.
Okay, great. So let us know in the comments which cards you're most excited about coming up for the pre-release. You can pre-order these cards right now on TCGplayer.com still. In addition to finding
articles, you can find articles by the pros. We're writing about Kaladesh all the time, so you're going to find a lot of kind of conflicting insights there, but it's all good because it's all going to give you a big picture idea of what to expect from the set. They are recording videos right now. We've got our buy list, so you can sell cards to get Kaladesh stuff. It's all awesome, so you should stop on over to Magic.TCGplayer.com.
There you go. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Internet.
Bye.
We plan the same shirt thing.